Hey, what up, man? It's Rolando G, guys. Now, didn't I tell you that this was going to take a chain of an effect after Will Smith did what he did to Chris Rock at the March 27th 94th Annual Academy Awards when he walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock? Now, it's an all-out affair for comedians now. For people to start heckling, to every time, if somebody has one of these popular comedians has a joke, now it's coming now to the point where everybody gonna have to have security. Dave Chappelle, I guess about a day or two ago, had a show at some venue somewhere in LA. I guess it was a taped one for Netflix, and I guess it was being taped, and a guy with a pellet gun or some kind of weapon that was either a pistol or some kind of gun went up on stage and tried to attack Dave Chappelle. Fortunately, there was some onlookers in the audience that saw this and pretty much basically I guess like grappled like with the guy. The guy got hurt and the weapon was found. This is just another where, like I said, this is going to be, it's going to start setting everybody up to be thinking that they could just go up there and attack comedians because certain jokes that they don't like of what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And we're living now in a sensitive ass society. This is ridiculous. Okay. And I'm doing this commentary in this video because, I'm really trying to understand why we're living in such these times where everybody's feelings gets hurt so easily. Brian Glaze Gibbs, did he's one of the former I think lieutenants under Pappy Mason, one of the notorious most drug kingpins in Queens, New York. He's now, of course, turned a new leaf and turned his life on like the straight and narrow. He did about this yesterday. Did a commentary about this, and this is getting to a point. I don't really think it's about what these comedians are saying. If people can't take it, don't pay your money to go see this person. Don't even waste your time going to see this person if you're going to get so bent out of shape about what the person is saying, because the person has a right to say what him or her are going to say to you, whether you like it or not really say to you, but in a stand-up comedian, that's what they get paid for. Okay, they get material to throw puns at certain situations and certain regular everyday things we go through in life, to make fun of it, to basically have a laugh. And now you can't even have a laugh anymore because you think somebody's gonna be really offended. This is ridiculous. And Will Smith, and like I said, everybody's following the Will Smith trend because, like I said, the celebrity is always the influence of the everyday average normal American, here in our country at least, the United States. Now, I don't know about, how much celebrities within their own countries are influences over there. I don't know. But after this, like I said, Will Smith done set it off. And now, he's influencing others to go up here and attack freaking comedians just because they don't like what the hell they saying. Doesn't make any sense. Now, is this a setup? I don't know. A lot of things we're trying to question, because even now, recently, this guy calls himself Direction TV, who normally talks about the Biggie and Pac situation of murders and how people's stories ain't adding up, that were certain people that were involved in music industry, people and former veteran stars that we know that were involved and were associates or former associates and beefed associates of Tupac's. Stories that keep changing or something, or stories don't really make sense. Direction TV guy, he goes in saying whether or not that Sunset Park, Brooklyn subway situation was staged. I mean, whereas a lot of things coming up, more situations coming up where people are doing things so easily now that it's always, oh, breaking news, this happens. I mean, is this something, because I don't know if this was all going on back in the 80s and 90s. I mean, there was certain stuff that did go down that was for real. I get it, but this is happening and occurring so much now. You know, this is happening and occurring so much now. So, you know, I'm trying to wonder whether or not this is just by design or is this just being a setup. See, you know, we got to understand what's really going on over here. And a lot of you guys want to talk about this and that, but nobody wants to talk the reality. Now, to me, comedians are going to have to start having on-stage security or security that's towards the back, because it got set off by silly-ass Will Smith getting all into his feelings, so-called trying to protect his family, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. He wasn't. He was being guided by that woman. And who's the leader of his household? The man is. And this is why nowadays, marriage in the United States is not really great for black men. Okay, because who's running the pants in your relationship? Your BAW wife. Now, there are some BAWs who understand where their man is supposed to be set and who is the leader of the house. Some BAWs get it. Some BAWs get it. I don't know. But a lot of BAWs who are on the dark side want to control. And this is fact. Now, because he was all in his feelings, you know, now it's happening to like Dave Chappelle. But it might just be people just trying to do some stupid stuff just to get 15 minutes of fame. Who knows? Okay, but I find it very odd now all of a sudden Dave Chappelle, somebody's trying to go after him. And after the controversy he recently had with Netflix, that Netflix comedy sketch he recently had, people are all getting butthurt, including the LGBT alphabet, you know what. Okay, so I don't know, bro. It's crazy. It needs to stop. People need to stop getting overzealous about their feelings, and either you can take it or just don't look at it at all. Avoid comedians altogether. Because I can go to a comedy show, get heckled by a comedian, and not even think anything of it, and knowing it's a joke. I'm not going to take it personal. You know why? It's a comedian. Now, if it's in a real life person who's taunting me, and it's just a regular everyday person who's just being mean and bullying me, then I might take it somewhat personal. But sometimes I avoid that too, because sometimes it ain't worth it. And then there you'll be, especially for us as men of color. I mean, hey, we do something and we start calling off. Now, see, Will Smith is a privileged, you know, Negro male because he's in Hollywood. He's a part of the elite. You got to check out that video recently from Keefe D. A lot of you put down Keefe D, the uncle of Orlando Anderson, who supposedly shot Tupac. But he was at one of these parties and he saw how these celebrities get down. These Negro black celebrities that we so-called revere and we like and all that over the years. They were involved in some crazy stuff. I believe it. Keefe D ain't lying. And Keefe D's from the era that taught me we don't get down like that. And we still don't get down like that. Those of us who got a good sound mind and don't tolerate ridiculous, out of proportion types, you know, stuff and like lifestyles. But to each his own, you know. So again, you know, it's the whole thing is just crazy, bro. You know, straight up, you know. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Hopefully Dave Chappelle's doing okay. He can still try to continue his Netflix, you know, program. I hope he can. This is very unfortunate that he had to go through this, just because in the aftermath of Will Smith's pansy, crying, you know, sensitive self going up there and doing what he did to Chris Rock has now set people off now to say, okay, I can do what Will Smith did because I don't like what's being said. So let me just go up there and slap a comedian. See, Will Smith, see what you did? You know, set off a chain of events now. And maybe on the other hand, this might be a setup just to make things revolve around the Will Smith and Jada situation. You know, I don't know. That's very odd to me that somebody would try to get up on stage like that. I mean, security should already be there, period. After the events of what took place with Chris Rock when Will Smith did what he did. But then again, I digress. All right, Spilando OG. Celebrity update on the Dave Chappelle situation. Dave Chappelle almost getting attacked on stage during his next Netflix comedy special. It's getting crazy. You know, in the words of Wu-Tang, you gotta protect your neck. All right, man. Y'all stay safe. More commentary to come. I'm out. Till next time. Peace.